November 7th here in southern Ontario, Canada. As per the title, turnips fertilized by the CBC, the propaganda department of the regime. Now, I don't mean any offense to the noble turnip. Delightful root crop. Mashed with butter, maybe some turkey gravy. Hate to slander the noble turnip, but by turnips, I mean the people who are no smarter than turnips. And fertilized by the CBC, I mean the only thing that gets in their little brains is the bullshit that the CBC, Global, Toronto Star, all the propaganda departments of the regime, the bought and paid for mainstream media or legacy media, they just buy this stuff. As the inquiry into the Emergencies Act progresses, the CBC is trying to make a spin where there's money unaccounted for from the convoy. Well, yeah, at least two different government, Liberal Party government audited that. FinTrack was one, that's an acronym, and the other one was the Emergencies Order Inquiry Board, I think. As well as CSIS, the RCMP, all the large Canadian banks. The list goes on and on. Both fund me campaigns, the credit card companies, and we can assume Uncle Sam had a look in that too, as I think it's 11%. I checked my fact checked. I think that's what they say. 11% of the money came from American citizens. Now, here's a typical response from a turnip. This guy posted this on Facebook. Tamara Litch, I hope they find out how much money she pocketed off this and flying around in private jets. I also like to know how much the lawyers and these accountants for the so-called Freedom Convoy. So-called Freedom Convoy. Now, there's a quote right from the CBC, isn't it? That one. There's that fertilizing a turnip. Anyways, the so-called Freedom Convoy made off this invasion against the citizens in Ottawa and businesses in Ottawa. I also like to know how much some of the truck drivers, when they were handed out cash and envelopes. You want to know, I bet a lot of money we don't know about. I have some people say, all the money is accounted for. BS. Was only GoFundMe, and that sees the account. What about all the other money and Bitcoin and all the other donations? To me, this is why she did it. She stayed in hotels while everyone else stayed in trucks. She doesn't even own a truck. That's relevant. 1.5 million people went through Ottawa. They all own a truck? Of course not, you turnip. Nothing but a scam. Now, the only comment on this asinine post was a link from the CBC. That someone sent, directing to the Emergencies Order Commission Board or whatever it was, and the CTV article itself where they said, yeah, all the money's accounted for. These turnips, they're only fertilized by the mainstream media BS. Ugh, it just sends me.